welcome to the WSL Post Show here at the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy, and incredible scenes on the beach at Narrabeen here this afternoon. Elite level pro surfing, it lives here. This is the place that, you think of really for high level action, elite moments in the history of pro surfing. We've just seen two more fantastic wins here. Vaughan Blakey, Felicity Palmatier and Richie Lovett. How good was that, guys? I mean, two Australian winners in front of the home crowd. I mean, for Jordy Lawler, unbelievable result to get that win, and for Isabella Nichols, history made. Back-to-back wins.
Absolutely. Back-to-back for Bella. Incredible. Obviously feeling the vibes down here, feeling at home, getting embraced by the local community, and Jordy, well, the local community, to get that win on home turf and sort of reinvigorate his goal, his dreams of being an established professional surfer on the championship tour. Maybe it's just come a bit closer now.
Amazing to be part of that atmosphere of the local crowd. Whenever, it's one thing when there's a local hopeful in it. I mean, George just gets a chance out of nowhere to have a crack at this thing. Gets deeper and deeper into the draw. You could feel it starting to build. I mean, what did it feel like down there?
You just said high-level surfing, but I just say high-level passion down here. I mean,
always.
You come any beach in Australia, you've got to say that this is probably one of the beaches you come to. You know you're going to feel that support. You're going to feel the passion. North Narrabeen board riders really showing up for Jordy here, and it was amazing to see them just roll with him the whole way through the event. And, as he became that soul surfer left, just more and more people kept coming down, and you could really feel that. And, yeah, it's just something that's really special, and you just really get that community feel. So I feel obviously Jordy's already got one win under the belt. This is the second one that he's had here at Sydney Surf Pro. So this is super special for him.
Well, it was a great final. Alejo Muniz was absolutely on fire. Jordy Lawler meeting him in the final. Let's take a look at these guys here on the Bailey Ladders bracket. This was their pathway, and Alejo, he was just so strong, Rich, overcoming some big contenders here.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tough road getting through Sammy Pupo, and then he had to get through his brother. Two of the most informed surfers coming out of Brazil in this event. Samuel has just been blowing our mind the last couple of events, Gold Coast obviously, and then also down here at Narrabeen. And then coming up against the local Jordy, it was always going to be a really, really tough ask.
Flick, this is Jordy's path through this morning. Kicked off things with a massive quarterfinal air show against Eli Hanneman, the young Hawaiian, bringing some fire as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had hard matchups. The quarter was hard against Eli, so was the semi. But for me, it was this quarter because Eli was one of the most informed surfers in the event. He was dropping big numbers, nines, buzzer beater moments, but Jordy just absolutely putting it all on the line with that massive air. And this is when you just could really start to see all that passion. I feel like he just ran with it completely and took it into the next heat as well. You could see he was just surfing with this, we were speaking about Sammy Pupo surfing with a different level and speed up on the Gold Coast, and I feel like Jordy does that here at Narrabeen. He just has this pizzazz and excitement that you just don't know what he's going to throw next. He's just so good at releasing the fins out of the lip and giving us so much variation. And yeah, it was impressive to watch today.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Variety was the word that he delivered all the way up to the final, kept us guessing, kept us entertained, and it really was a great display of power surfing versus progression and precision.
Yeah, here's the final. It was pretty much fireworks right from the word go. We saw Alejo get a couple of early starters, but then it was just all Jordy Lawler. He hit this little run of momentum in the middle of this thing, started really cutting loose, and Flick, he was pretty much looking unstoppable right till the very end of this one.
Oh, he was, and with every wave, his confidence just grew, and you could see that just in his body language. Every time he stood up, it was just, yep, I'm more confident. But right at the end here in the last sort of 6 to 8 minutes, I mean, Alejo fought back.
Yeah, he really did, just showing us different variations of that backhand power attack. But wasn't to beat. The local lad, he's done it, and he is engulfed by the cheers, the locals, and they will be partying well into the week.
Getting sponsored by a local restaurant, and that restaurant is going to be going absolutely bonkers later on. It's going to be a hard thing to get into. It's only a hole in the wall, but here's the final scores, the wrap-up. Lawler with a 7.93, a 7.83. Muniz clawing him back. I mean, it's quite tight there, isn't it? A 15.76 versus a 14.33 final.
Yeah, it's a good scoreline too. You know, if you make the final, you want to win it convincingly. You want to put some good numbers, and that's what we got. And finally, thank you, Narrabeen, for producing some, you know, shades of what it can be. I mean, this is one of the best, most consistent waves on the northern beaches, on the New South Wales coast, and we started to see little shades of it today, which is really cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the variety of conditions we saw, from those heavy, big dumpers that required a lot of skill, right through today's little open-face canvases where the airs and some nice power surfing got underway. All right, well, let's throw it down to the presentation where Ronnie Blakey is going to crown our champions.
How are you, North Narrabeen? Make some noise for our finalists. What a performance. Welcome to the awards presentation for the 2024 GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy, the second stop on what has been a very entertaining Challenger Series so far. It's going to be an epic run to see who can make the grade and get themselves onto that championship tour. So good to be back here in Narrabeen. This place has created legends. It's created amazing history competitively in the sport of surfing, and this year was no different. So we want to send a big shout out to the North Narrabeen faithful, the North Narrabeen board riders. Congratulations on 60 years of dominance. Looking forward to getting this party started. Amazing performance from all the competitors. I think you can agree this week it's been really difficult. There was that bit of south in the swell, which meant chunderous end sections that required full commitment and full props to everyone. I think all the competitors deserve a big round of applause. Now, before we start handing out these incredible trophies, the WSL would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and the country and waters on which we gather here today. By these words, we show our respect to all Aboriginal people. We acknowledge elders past, present and emerging, and the spirits and ancestors of the clans that lived in this area. This is a special place. But we've been enjoying the coast, obviously, but we're really lucky here on the northern beaches to be able to just step a little bit away from the coast and immerse ourselves in beautiful national parks. We don't take it for granted, so thank you once again. Thank you. We've got some amazing event partners that have really been backing this Australian leg. The 2 Championship Tour contests, which were unbelievable, and then our 2 Challenger Series contests. So we want to send a big shout out to our title partner for the Sydney Surf Pro. Put your hands together for GWM. Also recognising Bonsoy as the presenting partner, who not only back our events but also give a lot of support to emerging stars, emerging talents here in Australia, so thank you. Other partners that we'd like to thank: Destination New South Wales, Northern Beaches Council, Boost Mobile, Apple Watch, Coopers, very important, Oakberry, BioGland, Bailey Ladders, NRMA Parks and Resorts, who've been putting us up over the road at the caravan park. It's been incredible. Bond University, Weatherguard and Vycobi, a local business. Put your hands together for all of them. Like I said before, you know, this is a special place, and it's not lost on our competitors how lucky they are to enjoy this lineup. So thanks again to the North Narrabeen locals for giving us this stage for the week. It's all yours tomorrow and this afternoon. If you're not going to the party, I don't think anyone's going to be out there. We also want to thank Surfing New South Wales for all their hard work. They've got a dedicated team that worked through horrible conditions, to be honest, this week. There was a bit of rain, a bit of weather to deal with. Also, I want to send a special shout out to our broadcast team and those cameramen that stand there and wear the elements all day. Thank you very much. All right, amazing trophies that we've got here, and to help me hand them out, we do have from WSL the tour manager, Will Hayden-Smith. Great job this week, Will. And also Northern Beaches Mayor, Sue Haynes. Thank you so much for having us. Okay, we're going to start with the men, and it is so fantastic to see this guy. He's a championship tour veteran of 6 years, campaigning hard. He spent a lot of time away from his family, inspired to do well for his country back home, who's been really going through some hardships at the moment. Put your hands together for the runner-up, the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy, Alejo Muniz. Mate, it is so good to see you back. You have looked so good, so sharp this year. 2 stops, putting some great performances together. I know how bad you wanted the win, but you must be thrilled. You're going up those Challenger Series rankings.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thanks all the locals that let us surf for a week. They wave. I'm really happy to be here in this podium. As you said, I've been working so hard for so long, and I've been through 2 different surgeries, almost qualified a few years, and so yeah, it means a lot to me to be here. I promised my son that I would take a trophy for one of the contests, so that is promise. It's done.
Job done, mate. I know your family's going to be extremely proud of you. All of your compatriots really came together for this event, and you got.
Do Brasil que tá aí, Ianzinho, Samuca, Miguel que ficaram até o final. Tamo junto. Essa vai pro Brasa.
Thank you, Alejo. Congratulations. He's a favourite everywhere he goes. Such a gentleman. A great result, and heading up those Challenger Series rankings. All right, next up. This is an exceptional talent doing amazing things. She was chasing her 3rd straight Challenger Series victory here today. It wasn't to... She is your number 1 on the Challenger Series ranking, 16 years of age and dropping unbelievable moments at the first 2 stops. Put your hands together for Erin Brooks. Congratulations, Erin. You're making a habit of getting up here on stage and talking with us. We love it, but we also love the performances. The air in the semi-finals was amazing. You almost stuck that one in the final too. Obviously, everyone wants the win, but to get 2 wins and a second in 3 events, you must be over the moon. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. First, I want to thank God for letting me have such good results, and I want to thank my family and friends and sponsors for all the support, and Bella for giving me a run for my money. I got her in Snapper, but she had to get me back here, but it's all good.
Mate, that's the way it should go. It's like a sibling rivalry. You are like sisters, and Isabella spoke about that. For you, the big goals this year, obviously, are just to carry this momentum, but what are your plans at the end of the season? I have to ask. Are you going to take up that spot if you do graduate?
Yeah, making the CT is definitely my goal, but there is so many more contests left with so many amazing girls, so we'll see what happens, but I'm definitely striving for that, and I would definitely take up the opportunity.
You've got a bit of a break now. What's the plan? We know that you've been in Fiji just chasing swell. What are you going to do from here?
I'm going to go home for a couple days and then go on a fun surf trip to Mexico. So hopefully I can improve my backside for Ballito.
Awesome. Is everyone looking forward to seeing those clips drop? We all are. Congratulations, Erin, on an amazing run here in Australia. A win and a 2nd place finish and sitting well on top of the Challenger Series rankings. All right. This guy had a lot of support down here on the beach. I think it's pretty fair to say. It's been a tough run for Jordy Lawler, who's come so close to qualifying for the championship tour in the past. He saved his best for finals day and he lit the place up. Put your hands together for Jordan Lawler, your champion of the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy. What a run. An amazing showing. Yeah, please. Put that Timmy Patterson on show. Go on, mate. Hoist it up there for them. There it is. Amazing, Jordy. This Challenger Series, it is so stacked. The Australian Regional QS is so difficult to break through. You got your opportunity here at home. You made it count. The win at Manly was huge a couple of years back, but this has to be on a whole nother level. How are you feeling?
Oh, I don't know what to say, eh? It's a full dream come true. Seeing all these familiar faces is, I'm speechless.
Okay. Well, let me pick up pick up where you left off. Made an amazing run through the contest. There's no easy way to the top of the podium on the Challenger Series. You've got to overcome really tough opponents, and you came up against some surfers that you really respect, including a CT surfer of note and Alejo in that final, but you seem to save your best to last. Was that always the plan?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, coming up some of these guys, just crazy. I look up to them so much. Grew up watching some of them, and yeah, here I am competing against them. It's amazing. So
beautiful, mate. You got to talk to me about this Timmy Patterson design. I know you've recently changed to these boards. They look fantastic under feet. I notice there's also a bit of blank space there. Any room for some new sponsors, mate?
Oh yeah, I'm open. Yeah, whatever.
He'd represent you beautifully. But, mate, congratulations. It's a huge win, and obviously you're going to go charging up those Challenger Series rankings. Make sure you keep that phone next to your head at all times because it could be ringing. You ready to take up that call?
100%. Yeah, it'd be a full dream come true. I've worked so hard to get that call, so, yeah, I'm keen to get it done this year.
And just one more thing, mate. Growing up in this area, so many greats, legends of the sport. You share the lineup with these people. They're all down on the beach here for you today, cheering you on for this big result. How's it feel to be part of this community?
It's second to none, really. Even my coach, Matty Cattle, like, I grew up watching him surf, and then he's in my corner now, helping me out, and it's surreal, so surreal. Like, I've grown up watching all these guys surf this wave, and yeah, to have their support, it's just, yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome, mate. Congratulations, Jordy Lawler. You're champion. What a run. And he really did it with a very well-rounded approach, beautiful rail turns, and when he needed to, he pushed it and pushed the progression levels to a whole new place. A memorable win. All right, speaking of memorable wins, backing it up and getting a second victory in as many years and really fighting hard to get herself back onto that championship tour is the Queen of the Sunshine Coast, now living at Kingscliff. We know that. Put your hands together for the GWM Sydney Surf Pro champion in the women's division, Isabella Nichols. Congratulations, mate. What a win. I mean, really, I can't believe the resilience. We were here on stage last year. You were talking about how hard it is just to rally your emotions and get out there and keep a clear head when you're competing. But this year, you just powered through the draw. How are you feeling?
I'm just firstly stoked that this trophy's a little bit smaller than last year's one. I could actually probably hold it above my head. But yeah, I'm over the moon, honestly. Like, I don't really know what to say except for like a massive thank you to obviously a bunch of people. Kurt Jacobs, firstly, for being there for me through thick and thin, and it's been a pretty crazy 2-3 years on tour and off tour, and a lot of emotional support goes a long way. Obviously, Maddie Granger and Shaz for putting us up. 100% strike rate, it's pretty sick. So, yeah, it's been so incredible staying with them, and they're just the absolute biggest frothers, and that's exactly like the kind of energy that I needed coming into this after the cut, and staying with Ez too, the little shredder. She's just been pushing the limits, and she's been really inspiring me through the whole Challenger series and since I've really known her. But yeah, thanks to Narrabeen as well and all the locals for having us. It's been such an incredible time. I absolutely love it here. The people are friendly, the waves are sick, the food's great. Jordy, for your win, so special, so stoked for you. Alejo, amazing surfing all event. Like, it's been incredible to watch. I don't really know what to say as well. Like, Jordy, I'm like so speechless.
Mate, you've jumped up into second position on the Challenger Series ranks, and it is so stacked. This is such a hard field to overcome. We know there's limited places. Just 5 surfers will make the jump onto the CT at the end of the season, and you've locked yourself into a pretty good spot up there, but it's not going to be over yet, is it?
No, it's not over. I mean, the talent on the Challenger Series for the women is just so like world class. And with only 5 spots, it's really tough. You know, you got to get a win and you got to back it up. And I'm pretty stoked that I've had 2 keepers already. So now I can kind of go in and open up and really like surf hard with nothing to lose. And but mostly I'm just excited for these 5 weeks off now. I'm going to go travel up the coast, have some time off. It's been a long 5 months. But yeah, I'm just really feeling the love here. So stoked. And yeah, I'm so grateful. All the groms that came down too. Thank you so much. It's been so incredible, like day in, day out, rain, hail or shine, to have them down here cheering me on no matter what and wearing my jerseys. Like, it's just so sick, so special. Thank you.
Awesome. I love it. You spend your life living on the road and you wrap up the Aussie leg by jumping in the car and going camping for a couple of weeks. Good on you. Enjoy it. You deserve it. Please put your hands together for our champions of the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy. We're going to keep the celebration going here, but we'll throw it back to Vaughan for the WSL post show.
Thanks very much, Ronnie. A really cool prezzo. Some awesome takeaways there. First of all, Erin Brooks saying, yep, if she qualifies at the end of the year, she will take that spot. That's a huge call. We weren't really sure what was going to happen there. We've seen a few crew knock that back in the past, and so Erin is well and truly invested in getting the results. She's sitting pretty right at the very top there.
Yeah, you have to think that she's odds on to make the tour, and that is a really exciting prospect that if she does qualify, which she's going to, you know, she'll take up that spot, and it's going to send ripples through the women's draw on the championship tour.
That was said with conviction too.
It was.
And a little bit of sting and a little bit of fire, and I absolutely love it. I feel like she's going to want more after this. I feel like she's not done. She probably wasn't satisfied with the second, so yeah, bring on the rest of the Challenger Series.
And Isabella there saying, you know, she's just getting started as well. There's a long way to go. Just 5 coveted spots there to get onto the CT. But let's check out the action on the women's side of the draw. Here's the road to the finals. This is the Bailey Ladder bracket. And yeah, it was a tough going. I mean, Erin Brooks has been a tsunami throughout this Australian leg. Like, trying to stop her, it was frightening. And Isabella Nichols getting it done, and she got it done by overcoming some big obstacles as well, Rich.
Yeah, she sure did. Namely, that semi-final was a matchup of last year's final here at Narrabeen. Sally has just been in such good form as well, and it was always going to be a real tough matchup against Erin Brooks, and she got it done.
Yeah,
Felicity, this heat, you know, Sally was really the form surfer. There were 2 form surfers. There was Erin and Sally, but Isabella, as the defending champ, you could never write her off.
No, you could never write Bella off at all. But I mean, personally, in this heat, once I saw that Sally's, like, just the way she was attacking the waves, I was like, wow, okay, Bella's got her work cut out for her. She's going to need to, you know, really, really bring it. And she did. She leveled up. She found the best wave in that heat and ended up getting the win. But for me, obviously, this final was incredible. I mean, she came up against Erin. It was the rematch of the semi-final on the Gold Coast. Erin got the win there and obviously got that 10, so Bella was like, nah. But for me, it started before the heat even begun, and Bella was just so assertive and dominant and kept that inside position from Erin. And I mean, Erin surfed great, but I feel like Bella got into this final and realised that, hey, no, this is the moment, like, it's now or never. I've really got to push hard here, because I feel like in the semi, she sort of left a little bit in the tank. Whereas in the final, I mean, she just went, you know, all for broke and was like, I'm pushing hard. This is it. I want this win. And she took it. But, I mean, Erin, if Erin made that, I mean, and Bella knew it right there. You could see. If Erin made that, wow, I think that could have been a major turning point.
Yeah, for sure. You could see Bella really leaning into her strength in the final, tapping right into that power display. And Erin was, well, she was valiant in trying that big spinner. And who knows what would have happened there. But, yeah, great effort. 2 times champion, back-to-back.
Fearless, really, little Erin Brooks. I say that with utmost respect because she surfs huge, but Isabella really did, as you say, Rich, just bring the power in the final. A 15.27 scoreline. Could have been very different if that air rev got nailed by Erin Brooks. 12.43, but she is heading home for a little break and then down to Mexico, as she said, but she's heading there at #1 on the Challenger Series ratings, and she must be on cloud 9. I mean, it's really worked out pretty well for her, this Aussie leg so far.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's she was one place off just having a perfect run and 3 challenges off the trot, you know, because she won the last Challenger Series event from last year. So she's gone first, second. It's a pretty good run.
Oh.
So much incredible action today. We really got to see the fireworks with this canvas settling down, giving us a few more walls. The ramps were right there, and we're going to head into our Boost Mobile heat of the day, and this was a cracker. Two of the big performers. No one has been more impressive this week than Eli Hanneman. He has been throwing some of the big turns, and Jordy Lawler just knew that he was going to have to pull out the big gear, and he kicked off like this.
Yeah, it was really turned into an air show, this one. And this was where Jordy really stood up and said, I want this contest. This was looking like a really formidable draw because Eli Hanneman, he's been sticking these all week long. You know, he's been just leaning into that. He's one of the most consistent with the air game.
For me, I mean, obviously Jordy had tough opponents in every, match-up on the way to the final, but for me it was against Eli here. I mean, he really needed to pull all the stops out here. This wave in particular, this final manoeuvre was absolutely insane. He put it all on the line, major rotation, rides out. It was beautifully done. The whole crowd erupted, and from this moment onwards, it's kind of like he just started to feel this special juju, and he's like, whoa, okay, let's go with this. Let's go with the passion, the community, the whole of Narrabeen getting behind him, and things started to click.
It did, yeah, and that was almost like out Eli with that area. The rotation was just left so late, and he just pulls it around at the last second. Spectacular manoeuvre. So that was an incredible heat for the Boost Mobile heat of the event.
Oh, well and truly worthy. Finals day action, it didn't disappoint. There was so many highlights, and it's just been an amazing day of competition. Amazing way to wrap up the whole Aussie leg of the tour, really.
It is, and because we have wrapped up, it's a really good time to check out these Challenger Series rankings. We're going to have a look at the men's. First of all, there's been a little bit of movement as Sammy Pupo goes to the lead. Alejo Muniz on the back of an incredible Aussie leg moves up into second. Mike McDonough, after the big win up there at Snapper, slides down to third, but still a good spot for him to be. And whoa, look out, number 4, Jordy Lawler.
How incredible. With one event win, it's taken him all the way to number 4th on the rankings. It's absolutely amazing, and I love what Ron said. I mean, keep that phone close to your ear, Jordy, because you might be getting a call up. But yeah, there's been some movement.
5 XCT Championship Tour surfers in that draw, 5 newcomers who haven't made the Championship Tour before. This, I love the look at this ratings at the second stop, but no doubt it's going to get all mixed up here in the coming months when we see more events. But, some really good positions there for our ex-Championship Tour surfers to strike back.
Yeah, a lot of mixed names there. Let's have a look at the Women's Challenger Series rankings now, because it's really been 4 women in particular who have just come out and dominated this Aussie leg.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Erin just shooting forward and already on 17,000 points. I mean, that's major. I think last year already to considerably make that top 5, it was like 23,000 and above. So she's not that far from actually getting that job done already, which is absolutely insane. But it's just, once, like you said, it's heavily dominated by this CT experience underneath Erin. We've also got Nadia in there, which, super impressive. Every year she's just gone from strength to strength, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of her campaign, because last year she didn't even do these 2 Australian events. So now this is setting up the rest of her year really nicely.
Yeah, 60-40 split in favour of the Championship Tour surfers here on the women's side. And Bronte McCauley, they're down there at the bottom, but she's poised. You get the feeling she's found some new form. Isabella and Sally looking incredibly good, and Luana as well.
Well, you want to get into that top 5 or top 10 on the men's because you want to make the CT. That's what it's all about, the WSL World Championship Tour. And we're just about to fire up into probably the most anticipated event of the year. It is the Tahiti Pro, presented by Outer Known. And it is the event that's up next. And, we're chomping at the bit for this one. The defending champs will be titans out here. The world champ, Carolyn Marks, really began her momentum into those WSL finals with a big win here.
Yeah, she absolutely did. She looked so on point out here, and she came up against some hard opponents. And I think though she's going to have a work cut out for her moving forward into this event, this next World Tour event, because I think of people like, Molly Picklum, who's just, up to her level on her backhand. We've got, Katie Simmers, and I'm looking forward to this. Also going to be a good prelude to the Olympics as well, to see who's in form. But yeah, it's going to be tough coming up against the Goof. Obviously, she's got all those positive experiences, the positive memories from last year.
Carolyn Marks in the mix here, but speaking of titans at this wave, they don't get much bigger than Jack Robbo. What are you expecting to see from this guy this year?
Yeah, mate. Oh, well, the Shaman, we know he's... well, he's in the top 3 barrel riders in the world, without a doubt. And, he is just so capable, so comfortable in these sort of conditions. You know, where other competitors tend to sit back and be a little tentative at this wave, you've got to go at it with guts and courage. And that's exactly what Jack Robbo does. He's got such an amazing read with the barrel ride. He's got incredible ocean knowledge. So he is just going to be one of the big threats coming into this event.
May 22, the Shiseido Tahiti Pro, presented by Outerknown. Lock it in your calendar. Do not miss that one. It's going to be one of the events of the year. I mean, we haven't even seen Robbo in his element out there yet in a CT heat. So bring it on. That's going to be incredible. Righto, BioGland, we're getting stuck into the big moments of the day. Here they are. And let's have a look at this daily dose. And we're going to kick things off with the Legends Heat. This was spectacular. Great to see some of these famous names back in the lineup at Narrabeen.
Yeah, it was so fun to watch all the local legends here, the world champions, and Laura out there. And Nathan Hedge got a couple, showed how he's still in fine form, still very competitive these days. But Tommy Carroll stole the moment, locked into that beast of a tube. And, gave us a real something to cheer about that afternoon.
Number 4, Sally Fitzgibbons. She has put on such a great performance yet again here at Narrabeen. She loves Sydney. It's just up the road from her hometown, and Sydney loves her. Some big lip snaps and some great waves. Excellent scores here.
Oh, for sure. And fan favourite. I mean, she has time for everyone. It's so beautiful. And, yeah, she took a long time to get up that beach.
Let's talk about the airs again. So many fantastic aerials. Big scores, Rich, and big full rotators into the flats.
Yeah, this is what we expect when we come to Narrabeen. And a critical part of winning this event has been taken to the air. And these guys on show, no one better doing it than Eli Hanneman, Jordy Lawler, and of course, how can we forget young Erin Brooks, who also showed on the women's side that she is just so capable in the air, pushing the boundaries of where women's surfing is going. She got the spin and rode out all of these airs right up in the 9-point range. And, this is where the future of surfing belongs.
9.57, in fact, for Erin Brooks, who has just been dropping scores like crazy throughout this Aussie leg. Number 2, it is back-to-back wins here at the Sydney Surf Pro for this incredible surfer who really does deserve to be back on the elite level, Isabella Nichols.
Yeah, this was super impressive. It's a hard thing to do going into an event being the past champion, but Bella took it in her stride, and I think she peaked at the right time too, exactly in this final when she needed it, because she came up against Erin, obviously phenom in great form, but yeah, she's absolutely stoked. She's, 2 great results now in Australia, and the rest of the year, I mean, it was exciting to hear her say, hey, look out, the gloves are off a bit, like, let's go.
And number 1, we can't go past this. The local favourite, the big hope, Jordy Lawler, and he gets a huge and famous win here at his home break at Narrabeen. Crowd goes absolutely wild, and the celebrations have well and truly kicked in because you can hear them already just fueling this car park. But what a performance, Rich.
Yeah, just amazing stuff. A real fairy tale finish to this event. The local lad, Jordy Lawler, he's been at it for so long. He's had the wins, ups and downs. The consistency hasn't been there, but perhaps this is the start of something new. This is a new Jordy Lawler that we're seeing here, and hopefully he can continue on. The mob goes crazy. They're going to be going wild here all week long.
Oh, this has just been such great scenes, and we've really enjoyed the wins. We've really enjoyed some of the heartache. I mean, it's hard to say you enjoy it, but it does make for riveting viewing. The Wazzle Australian leg has been outstanding. I mean, there's just been so many great stories, so many great victories, and incredible things going down in the water. Final thoughts on the Aussie leg and on the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, guys?
I've thoroughly enjoyed the event here at Narrabeen. Coming home on the northern beaches is always a great way to finish the leg off. I'm ready for a sleep, ready to recharge the batteries, but I'm going to miss it. I kind of feel a bit sad that it's all over, but let's go and enjoy a margarita.
Similar thoughts to Rich. You took the words out of my mouth. I am a little bit exhausted. It took it out of me, but it was just so exciting. For me, I can't go past Erin. I feel like she's just raised the bar for women surfing and surfing in general. The performance, it was so exciting for me. A 10 up on the Gold Coast, that 9.57 for the air. I can't go past Erin. Hats off to Erin for me.
Yeah, I just will say, professional surfing is in a really good place at the moment, and I cannot wait for these next events to roll around, both on the Championship Tour and the Challenger Series. Looking forward to it.
So much to look forward to as we move and look towards Tahiti, May 22. Lock it in your diary. For now, big thanks to the team. Big thanks to GWM and Bonsoy. That's it from us. Enjoy the highlights.
Surfers from around the world doing battle here at North Narrabeen.
There's no easy heats. This is the game. Wow. Goes for a massive alley-oop.
Oh, massive punt. Oh, Alistair.
Jet Shelley takes the win.
That was a battle.
You can see what it means to the competitors, such anxious moments. To make the jump.
And it's not enough. He's claiming it. He loves it. That one would have felt insane.
Oh, we've got a busted board.
Oh, just gets punny.
It's a good beach break. If I had that back at home, I would be psyched.
Oh, love that. Oh, no.
It's just started absolutely howling down here.
Wild and windy day down here in North Narrabeen.
The surfers battling the elements here today, and they're going to put on a show for us.
Get it right! In a second.
Eli Hanneman, he did murder and he rides out. He gets clear of the whitewash.
Those surfers who've been relegated have just turned their mindset around.
Been running out of time. No, I can read your mind. Everything is shifting. You've been acting out of line. Keep telling me you're fine. You and I are drifting.
Beautiful morning. We've been waiting for this. It's the perfect day to crown our champions. The Brazilians have powered their way into the quarterfinals.
Stand by for this end section. Big air reverse, and he lands it! Wow!
Goes to the reverse, hanging on to the finish. Yeah, she sticks it.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.